Hello everyone and welcome to today's video where we will learn a new concept called interface in Java. So we already learned the concept of abstract method and abstract class. Similarly, we already learned inheritance concept where we learn three type of inheritance. One is single inheritance, second one is multi-level inheritance, and third one is hierarchical inheritance. There is another concept which is called multiple inheritance, which is not supported in Java, where multiple inheritance says that multiple parent and one child, but this is not supported by Java. And to overcome this, Java actually use another concept called interface. So today we will try to understand with some example in Eclipse that if we create multiple class and a child class, if it's not able to support this one, so how this error will come. And if it's not supported by Java, then using interface how we can overcome that one. All the things we will try to learn with some example in Eclipse. So what is my aim? My aim is to create two or three parent class and one child class, and from this child class I will try to extend all these parent class properties. Okay, so let's jump into Eclipse, and here you can see I have already created a package com.demo.interface.ex, and here I have created one parent class. This is parent class 1. Similarly, I have created another parent class which I given the name parent 2, and I have created a child class. The class name is, let's say, child class. Okay, now as per my aim, I will try to extend parent class 1 and parent class 2, both parent class 1 and parent class 2. Now before extending this, let's create a variable and method under parent class 1 as well as parent class 2. So here let's create an integer variable, let's say var1, and similarly a method, let's say method 1, and here you can do your business logic. So similar way you can create another variable and another method under parent 2. Let's say this is my parent 2, and here instead of int variable 1, make it variable 2, and method name, let's say method 2, and under that you can write your business logic, let's say. Okay, so my parent class and 1 and 2 both are ready, and from this child class I want to extend both parent class 1 as well as parent class 2. So how we can do that? So we know, let's say for parent class 1 we can use this extend keyword in child class and then just give the parent class name. So this is basically single inheritance where I have only one parent class but I need both 1 and 2. So here I can also give, let's say, parent 2. So child class extend parent 1 and comma then parent 2. Now you can see that I am getting an compilations error. Okay, till now if we give a single class extend, that is basically single parent class extend, so it's okay. But if we make it something like 2 or 3 parent class or multiple parent class, then that will give me an error. Okay, so that's mean Java does not support this type of multiple inheritance concept, right? And we know, or we already learned that to overcome that, Java basically support another concept which is called interface. So how we can achieve that one? So instead of making this parent 1 or parent 2 as a class, we can make it as interface. So currently you can see we have given as class, right? Instead of class we can make it interface. Okay, so once we make it interface, let's say this is parent 1. Similarly, let's say for parent 2, again we will try to create interface. Okay, so once we create these ones, we are getting error under this body of this class. So let's for the time being comment everything from parent class 2 as well as from parent class 1. Now I have, instead of class, I have parent 1 interface and even parent 2 interface, and from this child I am going to extend parent 1 and parent 2. So if it's an interface, so instead of extend we will use another keyword called implements. So if you make this type of things implements keyword instead of extend, then it can, you can see I am not getting any error and I can easily extend the properties or implements the properties of parent interface. These are not now class, these are basically interface. Similar way you can create multiple parent type of interface. Let's say I am going to create another interface under the same package. So here you can simply click here new, and instead of class go to this interface, and once you click on this interface, let's create another one, parent 3. So this is a interface, and once you click this interface or finish this one, so it will create an interface. Now you can also see here that every time I am getting I, this I represent interface, and in class there is no I sign, right? So this indicates that these are basically interface in in Eclipse. So now you can see that another parent interface already available, and I can also implement that one just using a comma and the interface name. So as much as possible you can create multiple interface as a parent level, and you can implement that one from child class. Okay, so now you can see that interface, it's just look like a class. Instead of class we are actually using a interface. Now apart from that, the another difference is that you can create a variable, let's say int var1, okay, but that should be final, and by default it's use a final variable. And once I say that this is a final, so definitely you have to give some value, let's say 1, and that value will not be changed in future because it's a final variable. Okay, similar way you can create a method under this interface, but that method will by default a abstract method, and for abstract method we know that we have to declare the template, but we cannot define any logic under that method, right? So this is the concept of abstract we already learned. But here you see that I am not putting any abstract keyword, because if we create any interface and under that if I try to create any method, that will automatically set as abstract. So the main difference between a class and interface is that definitely we have to use the keyword interface instead of class, and the variable will automatically be set as final variable, and the method will automatically be set as abstract method. So these are basically default properties of interface. Similar way in parent 2 you can again create a variable, let's say int var, and it as it's a final, so you have to give some value. Okay, and similarly you can create a method template, let's say method 2, instead of doing this type of body here. Okay, so you can see here for my parent 1 I have a variable which is basically a final variable by default, and a method, let's say method 1, it's a default abstract method. Similarly for parent 2 I have a variable 2 and a method, and definitely this variable should be final and the method should be abstract method. Now in parent 3 interface we can also create some variable and method here as well. Okay, now when you try to implement that one from any child class, so you have to definitely use the keyword implements instead of extend. And here you can see I am getting a error because we have created some abstract method here, right? Abstract method here in parent 1 and parent 2, so we have to implement that one or override that method under this subclass. So how we can do that? You can manually do that one, or just click here and you can get the error or warning like add unimplemented method. Just double click here, so it will automatically create the method for you. So you can see method 1 from parent 1 and method 2 from parent 2 already override here. Okay, now here you can write your business logic. Here you can write your own business logic, right? Similarly for this method you can also write your business logic that we already learned in our abstract class examples, right? Now you can see what I did. I basically create a parent interface instead of class interface. I have also created a parent 2 interface, and from this child class I am trying to implement all these parent 1, parent 2, parent 3. Currently in our parent 3 we don't have any class body, so that's why there is nothing to override here. But from parent 1 and parent 2 it's try to override method 1 and method 2, right? Now under this method you can write your logic. So this is a simple concept of interface. You can see here that I can implement multiple parent interface from a child one, and that was our aim. So here you can see I have created, let's say it's a parent 1, it's a parent 2, it's a parent 3, and from D, that is basically my child class, I am trying to implement all these 3 parents properties. So instead of class, I just simply use interface here. So if I try to recap only the class and interface difference, so interface is nothing but same like a class. You have to use the interface keyword, and the default behavior of the variable and method is final variable and abstract method. So hope you understand the concept bit, and in next class we will try to create another example with proper real world example, so that you can totally understand how it can be executed in real world with some Java coding. I believe this video has helped you to understand about the topic. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe, click on the bell notifications and select all, so that you don't miss any video from this channel.